aksidenteng sumesentro sa Israel ang mga usapin ukol sa apocalypse o ang mga huling araw. Pawang bahagi raw ito ng plano ng Panginoon na isalba ang sangkatauhang kanyang nilikha. Ngunit bagamat sentro ng mga pangyayari ang bansang Israel, ayon sa mga propesiya, maraming bagay ang magaganap sa lahat ng dako ng daigdig na magpapatunay ring malapit na ang napipintong katapusan. Ilan sa mga senyales na magaganap sa mga huling araw bago siya manumbalik ay literal umanong tinukoy ni Jesus sa kanyang mga apostoles.
Matthew chapter 24, it says, as he, Jesus, was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately saying, hey, would you tell us when will these things happen and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? Lord, would you just give us one indication, one prophecy that will help us know when you're coming back and the end of the world as we've known it at least will happen? Jesus answered and said to them, see to it that no one misleads you, for many will come in my name saying, I am the Messiah, and will mislead many. So one thing you'd be expecting after this point in 2,000 years ago is false religions to emerge. And we have seen all kinds of false religions emerge, cults and all kinds of people saying, I'm the one, follow me. We've seen a lot of that in 2,000 years.
Announced a reform of the police and says it wants to purge the force of police officers.
The next one, he says, you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. It says nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. That's Bible talk for cataclysmic major wars, not just a war, a skirmish. We're talking about like global wars. Okay. Well, we've had World War I, World War II, the Holocaust. These are cataclysmic wars. Those things have happened. It talks about famines and major earthquakes will happen in the last days. I mean, Asia knows the pain of major earthquakes and the tsunamis that follow.
Nagkakasundo ang mga historian na kung susumahin ang bilang ng mga gyera, rebelyon at revolusyon nito lamang nakaraang 100 taon, maituturing ang siglong ito na siyang may pinakamaraming labanang naganap sa buong mundo. Sa taya ng International Red Cross, mahigit 100 milyong katao ang nabiktima sa mga digmaan nitong nakaraang 20th century lamang. Higit pa sa pinagsamang bilang ng mga namatay sa mga gyera sa lahat ng nakaraang siglong nauna rito. Sa nakaraang 100 taon rin na malas ang pinakamalimit na mga panahon ng taggutom at tag-uhaw sa buong mundo. Pati na ang mababagsik na bagyo at matitinding pagbaha, mga kalamidad na naranasan natin mga Pinoy sa sarili nating mga bakuran. Parami rin daw ng parami ang mga lindol at palakas din ng palakas. Ngayon pa lamang, panay na ang paalala ng mga geologists na nalalapit na ang pinangangambahang The Big One.
But haven't we had all of these calamities and disasters and wars? What makes the wars of the century and the earthquakes of the century different from all the others that came before even Jesus was here?
It's a great question. Jesus talks about this. He says, but all these things are merely the birth pangs. What he's describing is a woman in labor about to have a child. You see a contraction, pain, and then a release. Contraction and release. And as you get closer to the birth, the contractions get more intense and they get closer in frequency, right? Get more in frequency, closer together. What Jesus is using it as an image that, yes, there's been wars and earthquakes and troubles, but when you see a convulsion, a contraction, and a release again and again and again, and things begin to intensify, you know that you're getting closer to the delivery of something.
At kasabay daw ng mga kalamidad, hudyat din daw ng katapusan ang pagbabago sa diwa at kaisipan ng maraming tao. Titindi ang kabuktutan, lalala ang kasamaan, mangingibabaw ang kamunduhan.
There'll be lawlessness increasing. People's love for one another will grow cold. People will start to betray each other. Think about the rise of divorce. Certainly in the United States, we're just seeing an epidemic of divorce and of people's love growing cold towards one another. Lots of examples just in that section.
Hindi lang daw sa mga pangitain tungkol sa mga lindol at digmaan at persekusyon tumutukoy ang mga propesiya. Nagkakasundo ang mga dalubhasa sa Bible prophecy na sa mga pahina ng banal na aklat, may mga serye ng mga kamanghamanghang pangyayaring magaganap sa panahon ng Apokalipto. Marami raw dito ay nagsisimula ng mangyari ngayon at sa katunayan ay naiuulat na sa mga pahayagan. Magsisimula daw ang seryeng ito sa muling pagtatag ng Israel bilang isang bansa. Bagay na natupad na. Susundan ito ng panahon ng pinaghiyabong na pagsamba sa mga Kristiyanong simbahan. Bagay na nasasaksihan na rin natin ngayon matapos masimulan ang mga charismatic at evangelical movement.
Another prophecy, the gospel message will be proclaimed to all the world. Now, believe it or not, you have the gospel almost, not yet, but almost throughout the world. The Bible has been interpreted in almost all the major languages of the world. You have now technology, internet. So the gospel is being proclaimed all over the world. So these are signs.
Ngunit kasabay ng masigasig na pananampalatayang ito ay ang unti-unting pagpasok ng malagim na panahon ng sukdulang pagsubok na tinawag na tribulation. Ang tribulation ay tatagal raw ng 7 taon at ang mga kagimbal-gimbal na senyales nito ay tinawag ng propetang si Daniel na 7 seals o 7 tatak. Matinding taggutom, persekusyon, malawakang digmaan, malalakas na lindol at kababalaghan sa kalawakan ang mararanasan. Titindi ang pagkagahama ng mga tao, babagsak ang mga ekonomiya at maghihikahos ang marami.
First, sabi ng Biblia, the prices of food will go up. One whole day salary will only buy you maybe a few pieces of bread. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it before. But you know, the prices of commodity, especially food, is going up. Population is increasing. And then the Bible talks about famine. The Bible talks about plague. These are, with the advance of medicine and science, medyo mahirap maintindihan. Bakit maraming sakit na hindi kaya ng gamot? That's what the Bible says.
Kasabay niyan, unti-unting magtatatag ang kapatiran ng mga bansa ng animoy isang ekonomiya at sistema ng pamahalaan. One government, one world kung tawagin. Maraming indikasyong sa dating kaharian ng Roman Empire ito magaganap at tila nagaganap na nga.
The revival of the Roman Empire. That is the revival of the European community. And you begin to see that happening. Nangyayari na yan eh. You have the European community, the formation of a world government. Slowly, that's happening.
At sa mabubuong pamahalaang pandaigdigan raw na ito, magmumula ang Antichrist.
We learn from the Bible that the Antichrist will come out of a revived Roman Empire in Europe.
In the end times, the Antichrist will have a lot of power. And the only way for them to govern, they need a world government. So slowly that's happening.